Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the birthplace of rock and roll, Cleveland, Ohio, where the ceremonial guitar has been smashed, and that means we are set for football at Huntington Bank Field. Tonight we've got the crew set for what should be a real treat, a great Monday night matchup, as it'll be the Los Angeles Rams taking on the Cleveland Browns. Set now to wrap up a busy week of football. Happy to have you with us. And, folks, we are underway on Monday Night Primetime. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. So here come the Browns for their first drive on offense. They'll be led out by the former Colorado Buffalo, their rookie quarterback.
For every rookie prospect, there are always nerves involved in this moment. Running your team out to start a game. But there's a reason they brought him in. We're willing to make him their starter today. They believe he can overcome those nerves and lead his team to a victory. We saw him do it at the collegiate level and really make himself into a leader and someone you can envision doing the exact same thing here in the NFL.
On the ground, this is Quinshawn Judkins. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
From the 33, here's a 2nd down and 4. Throwing, Sanders. Setting up a screen for Judkins. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
A gain of 6.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 or 12 times in a game.
Yeah, he's able to break to one tackle, but it slowed him down enough that he could only manage getting back to the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
You get a sense of what this game plan might be. They think they can take a few home run shots against this defense. They tried it there on the opening drive, but that falls incomplete.
They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
One first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
On 4th down, Corey Bojorquez gets set to punt for Cleveland. Xavier Smith deep for L.A. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. So out come the Rams now for their first possession. They'll be led out by a longtime starter in the NFL, a former #1 overall pick way back in 2009. It's Matthew Stafford.
And Matthew Stafford was taken first overall in the 2009 draft, and he certainly played like a top pick. Throughout his career, he's been one of the most prolific passers in the league, and there's no reason to believe he's going to slow down his production anytime soon. Not only that, he's also one of the tougher quarterbacks in the league as well.
He gets this to Devontae Adams. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
It's a gain of 9.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable 2nd down.
Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line, 2nd and a yard. Now Stafford. Here's a diving catch right side. It'll be a first down for the Rams there on a pickup of 18.
18. And the Rams, first down. First and 10.
I'd have to say that whenever you see a good post route run, they do not like to let it end without the catch. Hence, that great diving play.
Yeah, lay it up there, let him go get it, and he got it. They'll run for the first time here with Kyron Williams. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
I thought he did a nice job there setting an edge and make sure nothing could get to the outside. But he decided that wasn't enough for him. Worked his way back inside and made the tackle on the ball carrier.
Here's Stafford. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Well, that wasn't exactly a thing of beauty. I know they completed the pass, but look at the yardage lost. I mean, who does that make happy?
That's why I don't play in PPR points per reception fantasy leagues right there.
You'd be really
You don't deserve
upset,
anything
right?
for that.
But you get credit for it? Is that how that works?
Yeah.
Well, I know whoever has this team's defense, they were happy about that play.
Pass thrown to Adams. He's got it on the crossing route. And they do get this across midfield to the 49, but a small consolation prize as he's well short of the first.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. So the punt rolls out of bounds, and they'll have pretty good field position here up near the 40-yard line. Second drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense. The defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. On the ground, it's Judkins to start. And it's a fumble. And now the Rams have got it, going the other way. There he goes, left side. And they are going to score on the fumble return. Touchdown, and maybe that's the perils of being a rookie running back in the NFL. I mean, look, it's not easy to hold on to the ball at any level with these talented guys. But in this league, you can learn a lesson early. Without a doubt, and what a tough reminder for any running back, especially a rookie. The things you got away with in college probably won't work so well in the NFL. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right.
Play is under review.
Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. The fumble on 1st down. Now here's 2nd down. Sanders. And that one too wide and incomplete.
A great job defensively taking away his receivers, and he was forced to put that one into Lake Erie, but that's what good quarterbacks do. They don't take unnecessary chances if they don't have to.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. To throw now, here's Sanders. And that will be incomplete.
Well, they moved the ball okay here in these first 2 drives, but this one's going to, again, amount to nothing. They've got to start dialing up some plays that allow them to finish drives with points.
On 4th down, on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And that'll skip out of bounds inside the 20 at the 17-yard line. So the Rams coming back onto the field, their 2nd drive of the game. The last series for him, a little disappointing, forced a punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. They'll get this complete to Whittington. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line.
Yeah, that's a nice pickup there, especially when it comes on the heels of a 3-and-out the first time you have the ball. They were determined to not have that happen again, and that's a nice throw for their first down of the game.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
Now Stafford. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. Calling a gain of 3 on the play. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. From the gun on 3rd down, Stafford. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. We're scoreless after 1. The Rams with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter as they've got it with a 1st and 10. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. They'll fake it. Now Stafford. That's taken in left side by Whittington. And he's brought down. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Another Rams first down. A gain of 14. First down, Los Angeles.
Boy, everything clicking on this drive. He's 4 for 4 now, and that throw, maybe the best of the bunch. This offense is really humming, and they pick up another first down.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 41. And the slot man goes in motion left. Back to throw, Stafford. That one taken in by Whittington. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
I think as he began this throw, you saw that the area was congested, but he has a lot of confidence in his arm, and he fits that one in there nicely. They pick up the catch, not much yardage afterwards.
To the air again, Stafford. Going to be taken in here by Nakua. It'll go as a gain of 4. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right and then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
And Stafford's going to take it himself. And he's going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
There may be a little bit of an element of surprise there. 3rd and inches and they go quarterback sneak. I still feel like this is a play that often is reserved for 4th down.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. A shotgun snap for Stafford. It's caught here by Adams. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 25-yard line.
So from the 25, this is 2nd and 5. Up the middle, it's Williams. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. 25 yards for Kyren Williams. And the Rams post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter. Well, we've said it many times. He is always a threat to go the distance anytime he's got the ball in his hands. And on this occasion, he did just that.
Well, he's definitely the guy that makes this offense go. And when you're an RB1, running back one, you've got to be willing to be patient at times as well. Not every run's going to be the home run we saw there. But once you get that opportunity and that opening, you take full advantage.
Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. A 10-play drive that time. And it was capped off by the Kyren Williams touchdown run. The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. And now the Browns coming out on the field. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down. Looking to put a drive together. Now Sanders. Got his man there. It's Wallace complete. Will go down as a gain of 6. And that's going to bring up second down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Here now, 2nd and 4. An inside run with Jenkins. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
A gain of 4 yards.
Sometimes I get almost mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, those eyes that carry their feet to open spaces, make people miss. I just love watching those guys go to work.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. To the right side, that's where Tillman is. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
On first down, here's Jenkins. Taken down at the 47-yard line.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
From the 47 now, they work with a 2nd and 7. To throw is Sanders. Now they go screen. It's complete. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Wallace. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 38-yard line. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early. Well, obviously, they never want to see penalties on that defense, but this one a little bit more significant there on the downfield pass play.
And coaches preach it all the time. You can't put yourself in that kind of position if you're the defender. You've got to stay in a spot far downfield where you can play the ball without creating extra contact.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Quinshon Judkins from 17 yards out. And the Browns are an extra point away from evening this one up. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
Extra point right down the middle. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And able to get this out to the 25. L.A. readies for its next possession. Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that lead into intermission?
I would have to think that would be the goal for sure. I don't think you sit on anything here. Here's your opportunity. Push it downfield. As you mentioned, it's a tie game. So minus a disaster on your part, you've got that in your back pocket. Go ahead and try and get some points and feel great going into the half.
He's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Throwing is Stafford. He hits Adams complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 22 yards there, a first down. Charles, to move the chains that time, they had to complete it in double coverage, and they got it done.
And it's never easy overcoming multiple defenders, but he sure made it look simple. Found the right spot to exploit and won his one-on-two matchup.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over, then they get a chance to continue their drive.
To throw is Stafford. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half.
A gain of 11 on the play. And a Rams first down.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Stafford now to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. That'll give him 8 that time. And that'll bring up a second down in just a couple. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Stafford looks to throw again. The Rams going to be forced to use their third and final timeout. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
That's another Rams first down. 1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Stafford. He goes right back to Adams. That's complete. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds.
And I think he just wanted to get the ball to one of his playmakers to see if they can make something happen, but he ends up throwing into a crowded area. And after the catch, he isn't able to do much with it.
Facing a 2nd and 6 from the 8. Now Stafford. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Puka Nacua in the final seconds of the first half. And the Rams have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. So that really an almost perfect drive as they chew up some clock and wind up scoring late in this first half.
And remember, they've got a chance to double dip here because they're going to get the ball first to start the third quarter. So the potential could go up 2 scores before the other guys get a chance to do anything.
No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. Extra point splits the uprights. And that makes the score 14-7. So that drive goes 8 plays. And the result for the Rams, a touchdown. So just 8 ticks remaining here in the first half as they'll kick this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. Halftime here on Monday Night Primetime. It is off to Orlando we go. Here is Scott Hansen with our halftime report. Scott.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick halftime report. We'll let both sides catch their breath and get their orange wedges as we're going to get ready for the third quarter action. So let's go back out to the stadium as we rejoin our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Scott, thank you. And this one's still anybody's game. We'll see who can come out with a hot hand in this second half as we are about to get underway. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Rams offense ready to begin quarter number 3. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
yeah, they went into the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
They start the second half here with Williams. And boy, the strength on display there as he rumbles through tacklers for a gain of about 8.
And that was a good run, and it should get the attention of the defense, but it can't just dwell on it. They've been playing so well this entire game. Maybe you just look at it and say, okay, congratulations, you got one on us, and just not let it turn into more.
Williams going to get it again on second down. And he's going to have a Rams first down as he's able to get this up past the 40.
A gain of 6. That's good for a Rams First down.
2nd and 2 is prime
It's a
time
gain of
for a little
6.
bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open
First
up the
down,
playbook. Go
Rams.
play action. Toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Now it's Stafford. And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late.
Pass interference.
That might be PI.
Defense.
So pass interference, the call there. Always, obviously, Charles, such a subjective call. You agree with the penalty?
Well, from where we're standing right now, I think the officials are tightening things up here in the second half. Maybe a defender gets away with that in the first, but this time the flag comes out, and I think it's a good call.
So the completion good for 7 there, and it's 2nd down.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 43-yard line.
Off of play action. Here's Stafford. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
Tremendous read and reaction by the defensive tackle, and frankly, partner, it's not that often the DTs have that type of easy access back to the quarterback. Never bought the play action fade.
So now Stafford and the Rams, after the sack, they're staring up at a 3rd and long. They'll send a receiver in motion left. From the 50, Stafford. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. It's a Rams first down on a pickup of 10.
And the Rams first down. It's a gain of 10.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
On the counter, here's Williams. And they're going to stop it right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
3rd quarter on a Monday night with a 2nd and 10 coming up. Here's Stafford. Slant to Adams.
Stafford's pass.
The result, only 4 yards there on the play. 3rd and 7 now.
Gain of 4.
What terrifies defenses when they see slant routes thrown is that the receiver is on the move, and oftentimes he catches it and gets upfield. Does a really nice job rallying to him and stopping him for a minimal gain.
They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is 3rd down. Now Stafford. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
3 yards.
That 3rd down conversion good for 23.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the 3rd downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the 3rd quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Stafford. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Colby Parkinson. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Rams take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
Now the try here for the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7.
Makes the score Rams 21.
So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it winds up with a touchdown for Los Angeles. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Here's the Browns now. They get set for their first possession of the third quarter. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
On play action, here's Shador. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. Byron Young, the one who got in and finished that play off. I don't care if you're taking it in round 1, you're undrafted, whatever. As a rookie quarterback in this league, you're going to have games where you face adversity like this.
Lessons. All the time you're going to face these lessons. The key for this guy is, will he be able to bounce back in the next one? Because right now, this has not been his game.
So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. To throw now, here's Sanders.
Sanders pass. Complete to Jerry Jeudy. That's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 10.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Sanders. This one downfield for Tillman. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
The Browns send out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. Oh, this is off the side of his foot. So it sails out of bounds close to midfield, and they'll say actually right at midfield. Getting set to go again, Matthew Stafford trots back onto the field. 5 for 5 that last drive. Touchdown pass as well. He was clicking. Receivers, I don't want to be cliche, but running really solid routes too.
And what I love about it is when you look across any team, all right, the body types of the receivers are usually different. The way that they get open, different as well. Some of them use power to get open. Some of them use those head fakes and subtle moves. Some of them just use pure speed. And the really good ones, when they're established, they know how to push off at the end of a route, too.
They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
Rams, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try to put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
It'll be a gain of just a yard, and that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
From the gun on third down, Stafford. And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this third quarter of play. And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's the Rams out in front here. They've got control of the football as well as we get set for the fourth quarter. And we'll begin it with a field goal try here. This to make it a three-score game late.
A 46-yard attempt.
And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And that will extend their lead even further.
So that almost certainly the final piece to this puzzle, a three-score lead. I don't think there's any coming back from there.
But, you know, normally I'd get on you for giving up on the game right here, but I do think you're right in this case. This late in the game, 2 scores is tough enough. 3, I'm with you. That seems out of the question.
The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play.
While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment.
The Cleveland offense ready to go.
And the complexion of this one has really changed a fair amount. That last field goal makes it a 3-score game, so they need points in a hurry with time dwindling in the fourth quarter.
In for the sack, Myles Garrett.
The defense, they brought the house. That O-line, they were overwhelmed.
To put it mildly, because they didn't have enough bodies to block all the guys that came at them. Their best move, how they would have been better served, just turn around and yell, "Look out!" because here they come.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
Sanders to throw. He'll swing this out to Jenkins.
They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Throwing, Sanders. He gets this into the hands of Jenkins.
And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
Kevin Stefanski consulted with his guys above, and they've told him throw that challenge flag.
Previous play is under review.
The thing that they'll be looking at is a spot of the football, and this is always such a tough one for officials to get exactly right.
Not just because of how fast the game's going, but just trying to get the right sight line to the football. That's not always easy. We'll see what they decide here.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So winds up a very smart decision to throw the flag. They reset the spot, and now that's a first down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Sanders.
And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it'll be second down. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Throwing again, it's Sanders. There's a short one caught by Fannin. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And he is going to have a Browns first down, maybe by about a yard as they find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
I don't know about you, but I like this call. 3rd and inches, and instead of worrying about getting it back to a running back and maybe there's some penetration from the defensive front, just go ahead and take it, move forward, and pick up the first down.
And as we say often, it shows confidence in your offensive line. Over the middle, complete. It's Bates. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. The Browns passing game finding its stride. They've got another first down. Now Sanders. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
I haven't met a quarterback yet that didn't enter the league with a massive chip on his shoulder if he wasn't a first-round pick. They want to show the league that they made a big mistake. Determined to get the first down there, no hesitation at all to tuck it and go. I bet he would have tried running through their entire defense if it meant reaching that marker. They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Now a 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Sanders. Now a run here. And Sanders has it pumped free. And now the Rams have got it going the other way. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
All right, you've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing has ever really taken throughout the game. That's why they're down so big.
L.A. set to take over again on offense. And they have to be feeling pretty good. Comfortable 4th quarter lead as they take over following the fumble recovery. Stafford and the Rams come up 1st and 10 at their own 15. He'll hand this to Williams to start things out. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down. Good gain there on 1st down. It keeps him in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. Here's a 2nd and 5. Again, it's Williams. Powers throwing. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. 64 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
I know we're in the era of wide-open football, a lot of spread formations, more space. But there's still a spot for power football, and we just saw some of it right there. How about that run?
Yeah, breaking the tackle, and, you know, late in this game, he wants the football in his hands. He's had a good day. They'll try and run down some clock with Williams. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down L.A. It carries like that. That's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
And a good physical run that time. He's going to wind up gaining 5 on that one.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Second down and 4. So the L.A. Rams with a victory here. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. With that, we say good night.